Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here from Force Strategy Gaming. I've got another exciting StarCraft 2 commentary for you today. Today's matchup is going to be between MarineKing Prime and Time. We can see here MarineKing Prime spawning in the 3 o'clock position here on IC Cup's test bug as our red Terran player. And down here in the 6 o'clock, we do have Time as the blue Protoss player. So yes, Terran versus Protoss, MarineKing Prime versus Time here on IC Cup Test Bug. IC Cup Test Bug, I've said it before, one of my favorite maps, along with Crevasse. I just think this map looks absolutely beautiful. Definitely a big thumbs up to the creators of this one in particular. So let's keep an eye on MarineKing Prime, see what he decides to open up with. Looks like he is in fact deciding to go for a wall off. Now, this is of course going to lead me to believe that he will be going for something somewhat techie. The only reason to kind of wall off or try to deny any sort of vision from a Protoss opponent is because you are attempting to tech up and you want to hide whatever it is you're doing. Big danger, of course, in walling at the front of your building against a Protoss opponent is that you are liable to lose the buildings. So again, that's something that leads us to believe that, hey, you know what, MarineKing Prime may very well be teching up, or at the very least doing something that he does not want Time to be aware of. Back over here for Time, everything looking a little standard. We should be expecting to see a Cybernex core and, a simulator right about now, and there, in fact, it is, and yes indeed, looks like MarineKing Prime is playing, at least in terms of the opener, fairly standard. He looks like he did get that 13 refinery, and of course we saw that 10 depot and 12 racks as well. Now it's from this point we really want to keep an eye on to whether or not he decides to get a second refinery really early on, and what he decides to get after this first barracks as well. Back over here for a Time, a simulator is up. The gateway just about finished, so that Cybernex core will be getting dropped sometime very soon. In fact, it should be getting dropped right now. There we go. Cybernex core going down right there. So Time, of course, yeah, why would you not do that? There's really no reason not to. Back over here, Marine coming out for Prime, and here goes the full wall off right now. So MarineKing Prime, again, I'm expecting him to do something a little fancy. We can see that second Marine, no attachment here on the barracks, so that factory will be coming as soon as he does have that 100 extra Vespene gas. The Marines spotting out front, obviously to try to deny any probe scout. Something great too about this positioning is that if a probe tries to, he's pulling it back. I was gonna say, if a probe tries to move in and he gets denied by a Marine right here, this may actually lead Time to believe that there's a fast expansion coming. Now, as we can see, that's not the case right now. Prime is in fact just coming out that factory, but as we saw, pulled back with that Marine, so everything that I said is pretty much null and void. Now we do have a second gateway coming out, warp gate research being chrono boosted out. There's that second assimilator, and did we see a second refinery? Yes, we did. It is just about finished over here for MarineKing Prime, so let's really keep a close eye onto what is he going to go. I'm expecting a starport, of course. Exactly what he gets with that, though, is kind of up in the air. Let's see if he starts making Hellions, and we'll be going for a Hellion drop. He could also be starting out with quick Banshees. That's certainly an option as well. Factory, is it building any Hellions? We'll see once he gets to that 100 mineral mark. No, never mind. There's a tech lab. So MarineKing Prime may very well, in fact, be going up with opening Banshee. He may also be opening up with a quick Raven. That's certainly a possibility as well, going for some sort of a timing push with the Raven. That actually can be quite effective. So let's keep an eye on that. And Time coming out with a 2-gate expand. So obviously MarineKing Prime is going for some one base aggression here. That's certainly implied. But with Time going for a quick expansion, could certainly be in a little bit of trouble. So we'll have to see how Time defends against whatever ends up coming out. Here is the switch right now, and let's take a look at exactly what it's going to be. Will we see Banshee or Raven play? Which one of the two? Looks like Cloak Banshees. Starting things out here, MarineKing Prime will be opening up with some Cloaked Banshee play. Very nice. Finally, too, moving out with his first scout. MarineKing Prime has yet to scout right now, and actually at right about the same time, Time scouting, now spotting first in this position, realizing the MarineKing was not over there. He will be heading to the correct position. However, no way he'll be able to actually waltz right up into the main. Far too late in the game for that probe to have any sort of a chance. One thing that he will, of course, get, though, is the fact that there is no expansion there. Although at the same time, lots of Terran players do like to build that expo right in their main before transferring it over, so he might actually try to spot that up. But there we go, Marine Marines in the bunker, taking him out very, very quickly. And what ended up happening over here? What did MarineKing Prime end up scouting? So it looks like he scouted the expansion, tried walking up into the main, but got sniped down very, very quickly by these ranged units. And that's Zealot. Who got the kill? Not that it really matters. Someone got the kill. There we go. That lovely Stalker got the kill. That is fantastic. So spreading out his units right now, looks like he may be expecting that Cloak Banshee to come, and let's see how he can deal with it. There goes the Observer. So these Cloak Banshees may not be nearly as effective as MarineKing Prime is hoping. Does he have that transition coming? No, he does not. Not transitioning at all into an expansion, so he's going for a one-base win right here. That is the plan at the least. Here we go, first Banshee will be moving into the expansion right now, going down with that Cloak. Now the Observer just about to pop. Here comes the Observer, and the range unit's getting right underneath that Banshee, starts target firing it down. Very, very low health, will be forced to push back right now, trying to dance around, but of course needs to make sure he avoids that Observer. We've got a second Observer coming out here as well. So MarineKing Prime, what is his plan? Now I'm assuming, in all honesty, that he will just keep churning out units and go for a big strong push and try to take him out. Now the one thing that we do have to keep in mind is that he needs to do this very soon. Within the next couple of minutes, he really needs to push out, because if he waits too much longer, Time will have a huge advantage in having this expansion up. Those extra resources that he gets for this will, of course, put him quite a bit ahead of MarineKing Prime. Here we go. The Banshee's getting ready to move back forward and engage, but there's the Observer spotting them out, so those Banshees really aren't standing much of a chance. He may try to sneak his way in the back right now, but there we go. Actually, we'll be engaging the Stalkers, trying to target fire them down, target fire down the Sentry as well, pulling back just in the nick of time. The Banshee with 8 health, so just trying to do a little bit of damage before his big push. Here is the Probe Scout, scouting out the fact that, again, there is still not an expansion. Now, where is that Observer? Did it actually end up dying? Looks like it did not. Am I missing it completely? There was a second Observer. I'm not sure what's going on here. I guess it really doesn't matter. Maybe they're both sitting inside the main. That's actually, yeah, there we go. That's exactly what's happening right now. Both Observers sitting inside the main, but here comes the big push right now from MarineKing Prime. We do have the Probe, and it should scout out this push. I think that as those units push down, he'll be able to catch wind of this, so let's keep a close eye on that. Does Time see it coming? There we go. So now he is aware that this push is making its way, and MarineKing Prime, obviously all of his eggs in one basket here. He is dumping everything he's got into this push right now, and it will really come down to how Time is able to amply prepare and defend against this. Now I don't see him mobilizing to do anything. Maybe he didn't spot those Marines. The Probe itself did catch wind of that, but it looks like he wasn't paying enough attention. Marines, of course, walking right by because they are normal move rallied. They are not attack moved, and they will not engage that Probe unless commanded to do so. But here comes the big push right now. Now we don't have any major upgrades, just lots of Marines, a siege tank with siege tech, in fact, and those Cloak Banshees, and he needs to take out this expansion, and he really needs to, yeah, he needs to take out this expansion at the very least. If he can take out this expansion, that may actually put him back in the game, but if not, then of course Time will have that distinct advantage. Look at those Marines at DPS doing so much damage right now, forced to push back to the tanks. The Immortals target firing down those tanks. Those Marines doing a good job of shredding through all of those workers. Needs to try to take out those Immortals as well with that. There we go, 2 tanks alive, still a ton of Marines, and this is not looking good. Time may very well lose this expansion, leapfrogging those tanks forward a little bit, and this expansion is gone. And this is a problem right now for Time. Losing this expansion is absolutely huge. Now he will be trying to save himself, of course, warp in some additional wave of units and try to defend against a continuation of this push. As mentioned before, MarineKing Prime is sort of all in here, and here we go, trying to get us around right now and trying to take out those Marines as quickly as possible. Stalkers moving forward. We'll be trying to target fire down those Banshees. The Banshee pushing back, but gets taken out because of that Observer, but it does not matter. MarineKing Prime has done enough damage here, and Time is just calling the GG. Time opened up this game with a 2-gate expansion, while MarineKing immediately went for Cloaked Banshees. Scouting out no expansion and a bunker at the front of the ramp tipped off Time that there might be some Banshees coming, and as we can see, his robotics just about finished here, allowed him to come out that Observer really quickly. With that fast Observer, he was actually able to stop the initial Banshee harass from doing too much damage. MarineKing had no plans to transfer into the late game, however, as he decided to go for a 1-base all-in push. We're going to see him push out with some siege tanks, unupgraded Marines, and his initial Banshees. Time was not prepared for this 1-base all-in. We're going to see actually a few of the SCVs being pulled down as well for some repairs and some buffer action. But we're going to be able to see that high DPS of the Marine plus those siege tanks was way too much for Time to handle. He just did not have enough units. A great job, too, on MarineKing Prime at pushing at the right time before before Time was actually able to take advantage of that expansion. All in all, was a good game, nice timing push, and early game harassment from MarineKing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, guys, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.